Welcome to Fire Engineering's Training Minutes. My name is Steve White and I'm a Battalion Chief with the Fishers Fire Department. In this segment, we're going to go over roof removal. The first roof removal scenario will be with the truck on its side. With the cab stabilized, we're going to remove the glass. We're dealing with a laminated windshield held in place by a gasket. By removing the keeper ring inside the center of the gasket, we can take out the glass all in one section, not having to use a glass removal tool, which means we don't have small shards of glass, which is problematic for both the victim and the rescuer. Keep in mind, we certainly would have the victim covered with either soft or hard protection. As you can see, that gives us a great deal of access to the victim. Now we're going to gain access to the back of the cab with the same method of attacking the gasket and attempting to remove the section of glass as all one solid piece. Typically, this is a little bit more challenging because the back glass is usually tempered, not laminated like the windshield. Now with all the glass removed, we're going to attack the A-post high utilizing the cutters. Again, you can see where it's important to utilize a ladder to gain the height. Now we're going to make a simple relief cut in the roof to help facilitate the roof flap. Again, the cutter's a great option here because of the rolled metal at the top of the windshield. Using the Sawzall, now we're going to start in the window frame to attack the upper B-post. We utilized the Sawzall to come into the open area where the window began and began to make our cut up to what would be the B post. Critical point to elaborate on here is that we're going to be using this reciprocating tool. Very important to make sure we know where the patient is so that when we use the tool and the saw goes in and out, we're not going to come anywhere near that patient. Of course, the patient does need to be covered with saw protection, or we may use hard protection like a small or pediatric backboard. For the next step in this evolution, we're going to have to remove this fiberglass fairing in order to get our cutters in to complete the back B-post cut so that we can do a complete roof flap. Now with the fiberglass removed, we've got a clean shot with our cutters to attack that B-post. Now that the B-post is severed, we can move to the bottom of the cab to finish our back relief cut and wrap up with the flap. At this point, we can either remove the roof completely or operate around the roof. Typically, the status of the patient will dictate whether or not we completely remove the roof or not. In this segment, we're going to focus on a roof that's crushed down, limiting the space or actually trapping the driver. First, we're going to start with cutting the A-posts on either side of the cab. With both A-posts cut, we're going to put a ram in off the top of the dash, which is really getting its strength from the firewall below. We'll take out the center section with the Sawzall. Continue forward with our relief cuts on the back B-post. And the ram will allow us to ensure that the damaged roof does not come in any further on our victim or our rescuer that's providing care to the victim. With both relief cuts made, now we can operate the ram again off the firewall or a stable base. That'll provide us ample room to treat, package, and remove our victim. And now we have ample space. After these two scenarios, you can see by displacing the roof, we gain a lot of space to package and remove the victim. Thank you for watching Fire Engineering's Training Minutes. I'm Steve White, and thank you to Homatro for sponsoring these training minutes.